So in an earlier video, I showed you how to make the house, and in another video, I showed you how to make windows. And now I want to actually show you how to make a ground, okay? So you can put in a swimming pool, yard, and all that. What's important to remember is if you want to put a swimming pool, especially an underground one, you're going to want it to go down, right? So negatively on the plane. So you draw a rectangle, and then you take your push-pull tool, and you pull it down, probably something like that, like a chunk of land, okay? And then using your paint can, if you will, you can go to what's called Vegetation, and you can start coloring in stuff. Yeah, I don't like that one. There we go. Alright, so, you know, putting in a pool, for example. Actually, let's do a walkway. Alright, so I want to do a walkway. I'm going to just put a door in here for right now. There's a door. Yay. Alright, you're going to do a walkway. You're going to draw on the ground. Just for, so you can see, I'm sorry. So you can see, I'm going to just use a regular gray color here. So you can see my demo. You're going to use the rectangle tool, you know, that comes out, say, to here. Alright, and you can make another one out here, which could be a road or sidewalk, or however you want to do it. Let's say we do a sidewalk here, something like that. And then you take your eraser and you erase. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let's color in that color. Let's color this in that color. Oh, I don't know, something like that. And then you take your eraser and you erase the lines. So in this case, I don't want to do that. Erase these lines here. We got something that resembles, straight view. You obviously extend the line, walkways, and whatever you want to do, as long as you want to do it. Keep that in mind. And if you wanted to make a curved walkway, watch this. This is pretty interesting. Let's say you had a door back here, back door-ish kind of thing, and you want to make a curved walkway. Well, so it's a little tricky. You kind of mark like an area here that you want to end at. Start with the squared off area here, something like that, and then take your pencil tool, and you're gonna I'm sorry, not the pencil tool, the arc tool, and you're gonna start from one end to the other, and then you give it a little bend, sort of like this. You just kind of pull on it. All right, and then you do it again from this side to this one, and you give it a bend. So this is your end point, this is your start point. I did it pretty sloppily, but this is the idea, how to make a bent walkway. And then of course the pool. Everybody wants to know how to make a pool. I have various ways to do it. One of my favorites is start with a rectangle. Well, that's a little big pool. How about a smaller pool? All right. And the offset tool allows you to, again, make different kind of trim work. So if you wanted to have like a stone walkway around it, for example, you take the push tool and you push. Whoops, wrong one. Undo. Let's click on this here, make sure, and push that down. So I'm going to push this down, and all right, so we got a kind of a deep pool, right, ish, something in that range. And then this is going to become important. You're going to take the pen tool or pencil and draw a line at the bottom of the pool. Make sure that you go into bottom to bottom. Please don't go up to the top here. And you push that line down, okay, just a little bit, to make a deep end, right? Deep end, shallow end. I take that back. Let's back up. Before you drag that deep end down, in what would be the shallow end, use a rectangle tool and make a series of steps, like this. And push-pull tool, bring that up, bring this up. You got kind of like a shallow end pool stair set. All right, and then you take the push tool, let's turn it around, and here we go. Push this down. Oop, come on now. Look at this. All right, it's failing me, and it does that sometimes. It doesn't want to come up or down for some reason. And I forget why. Oh, there we go. It's very temperamental sometimes. All right. That did not work out the way I wanted to. Let's pull this up. Yeah, let's pull that up and then drag this over this way a little bit. I don't know. Mess around with it. Have a little fun with that. Okay. The last step for making the pool is obviously making the water. So to do that, actually, you're going to start with water, paint, and you decorate the bottom, every single piece you can find with water. That's the kind of the good first step to this. But it's not the whole thing. The actual process you want to do is my foolproof trick is make a rectangle on top. Okay, and use translucent, which is glass, essentially window, and you push that down and it looks like water. From then you can download using get models, pool equipment, that kind of stuff, different things. You put fencing around it, that kind of fun stuff. Alright, so again, just a quick recap. Making land, you start with a rectangle and you pull it down. From then you can draw out your landscape. You can have a variety of different landscaping options. So if you wanted to do also like a little garden bed over here, you could do that. Consider, and then you can download trees and you can put trees in here, those kinds of things. So think about however you want to decorate your environment here. Using the paint can, you can find a variety of different ground cover, and then you can put like red mulch in there. And oh yeah, so let's go back to vegetation and recolor my grass. Ooh, that's not it. Let's recolor my grass so you can kind of see. No, I don't like that one. You can see where I'm going with this, right? All right, so that's kind of the ballpark idea. Remember to check out the video on windows because windows are very important.